So you can't do a journey like this without making a stop. This is Beaconsfield Services on the M40. There's bound to be some City fans knocking about, so let's see if they and anybody else that I meet have a few views on today's game, what the mood's like. Well, here's a well-known City fan, Arnie from Bredbury. What's the mood today, Arnie?
Quite optimistic. We're hoping to go there and win, obviously. You know, we've been around a long time, some of us ain't like you. So, you know, winning's not everything, but we're a good team now, aren't we?
It's always good to see you with a smile on your face.
Oh, you can't smile first day. Might be sulking on the way home, but who cares?
Indeed. Let's go and see what this lot out here think. Some more City fans out in the open air. What's the mood? What's the mood, lads? What's the mood?
Looking forward to it today.
Yeah,
I think we'll get an easy win today.
Easy win.
Yeah.
I think we'll get a win. I think it'll be a lot harder than he thinks because I think they'll defend. But they could attack because it's the first home game of the season and they've got to put a show on for the fans. Any team that attacks us plays into our hands. And if they do, I think we'll win.
What's he going to go with? A back three, a back four? Does it matter?
No, we're just going to win. We're just going to win.
Just going to win. 3 today to win.
I think we'll go back 3. It's proved very successful in the in pre-season, and the obvious 3 are Stones, Company, Otamendi. Seems to be working well. I think John Stones looks better in that. Yeah, thanks for showing everybody what I'm eating. My missus is going to kill me now, and my diet has been broken completely on the first day of the season. But yeah, I think Stones, Company, Otamendi are the obvious ones, and I think Stones looks a little bit more secure, A, with Company alongside him, B, in a 3, and also with the new keeper. I think there's a little bit more confidence maybe in the new keeper, so yeah, that's what I'd be going with.
So here we are in the shadow of Brighton Pier with some blues. I'm asking people what the mood is today. Darren over there, Darren Page in the middle, holding his beer.
That you don't drink with.
He's an obsessed blue who goes to every game, as many of them are here to be fair. What are you thinking?
I'm quietly confident.
Hang on, you're a bit quiet. Hang on.
I've said 4-0.
Darren, speak up! Darren, I need to get you closer. Right, let's get you a bit closer. What are you saying?
I've gone with 4-0 today. I'm quietly confident, but...
Is that the burger speaking?
Yeah, 4-0.
4-0. Right, you?
Oh, I'm going for a good 3-0, yeah. Very optimistic, looking forward to the season here, yeah. Really optimistic. Yeah, going to be a good season.
What are we going for today?
Sane first goal, please, because that's who I want on the back of my shirt.
Your shirt?
Yeah, basically I've said.
Yeah,
I've said whoever scores first goal is going on the back to Sane.
Right.
Please do it.
We're hoping it's Henderson.
3-0. 3-0.
What are you thinking today then?
5-0.
That confident?
I am. I reckon it all depends on the first 10 minutes. I think if we settle down and knock the ball about, they'll be in a different league. But if they get the fans behind them, then could be in for a rough ride. But confident nonetheless.
You've got an ice cream, you know.
What's that?
You've got to buy an ice cream.
We're on our way. We're on our way.
To get the ice
That's
cream. What
it.
flavour ice cream? Come on, tell me what flavour.
A mix.
Mix.
Yeah, mix.
Chocolate. Mint chocolate.
Mint chocolate, I like
Anything with caramel.
that. Strawberry for me.
Strawberry.
If you buy in.
Good choice.
Enjoy the game.
See you later.
See you later. See you in a bit. Cheers. I've already had my sausage nicked off me by a seagull. See you later.
So here we are now at the ground with King of the Kipax Sales over there with Dave Wallace and Sue, and Mark Barber, who's from the Disabled Supporters Association here. Long way to come this, isn't it?
It's a bit of a journey, yes. We looked at hotels, but hotels in the summer in Brighton were not affordable, so we've done it in a day.
So obviously Bournemouth in 2 more weeks, which is still holiday season, and is an early start. What are you going to do for that?
Same again, we're doing it in a day.
It's going to be a very early start.
You're going to be setting off at 4 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah, that's going to be stupid o'clock in the morning.
Bournemouth though, it's £5
Is it worth it?
£5 for me ticket to get in, £1 for me parking. How well do they look after us there,
That's
mate?
not bad. Here we are then, into the ground. See what it will. There you go, new stadium. This young lady here will sort me out with where I am. Got them all now, you alright? Cheers, bro. This is one of the rogues who does the city tours. What do you think of this stadium?
Pretty good, yeah.
You looked at it yet?
I'm just chatting rubbish as usual. I'll give you a verdict at 7:30 here, depending on the result as to whether I like it.
It's John Stapleton, you've been a City fan all your life. You've seen all the ups and downs. You've been at first games of the seasons, I'm sure, many, many times. How does this one rank in terms of your anticipation?
Well, I've always wanted to come here. I've been past this stadium several times, going on my way to various jobs in the south of England. And it looks a fantastic place, fantastic stadium. And now I'm inside it, it certainly is. Yeah, it's a great start to the season for us because Brighton have done terribly well to get up in the Premiership. Who knows what strength they have. I'm fairly confident we're going to win, but who knows?
What about the season?
Well, I'm very nervous every time City are deemed to be favourites for the season, and this is no exception. Everyone says, oh yeah, City are going to win it. Jamie Redknapp said, I think, a very interesting point. He said if Vincent Kompany can stay fit for 85% of the games, we'll win it, and I think he's right.
Brilliant. Enjoy the game.
Thank you, mate.
Brilliant. It was authoritative, mercenary enough at times, and did enough to win.
Easy. At the time they were trying to park the bus, weren't they?
It's how it's going to be all season. It's how it's going to be all season.
Come on, what do you think?
Hard fought 2-0 win, possession-wise, we controlled the game. Didn't create too many chances first half, but I don't think we're in any danger of conceding any.
I feel like most players in the squad done actually really well. Some players were like out of position, like Danilo. I mean, he can play left back, but like it's hard for him to change over onto his other foot and try and cross it in. But to be honest, overall, I feel we've done really well today.
It's difficult because the expectation levels are so high. People want everything so quick, but there's the makings of a fantastic team here. It's going to be a great season, I think. Looking forward to it. Come on.
What year is that shirt from?
1989. I had hair when I bought this. It still fits, that's the main thing.
Cheers, thank you.
Go on, City.
Banana.
Job done, that's what
Job
it was.
done.
How you doing, Ian? Good to see you back.
Mid-Sussex Blues.
You've been to our legends, mate.
Indeed. What did you make of it? What did you make of the game?
Well, you know, it was pretty typical, I think, what we're going to be facing for the rest of the season. We've been used to it, but we got there in the end.
They parked the bus a bit, didn't they?
Well, of course they did. I mean, that's what they would expect from that, you know. But we got there. That's all that matters.
That's all you're bothered about.
We did it.
Did it?
Yeah, fantastic.
Absolutely.
Ian,
what's your verdict? Come on.
Brilliant, spot on. At least we kept a clean sheet.
Kept a clean sheet. You're pleased about that?
I think we got what we needed. It was always going to be difficult playing away to a newly promoted side, but comfortable win in the end.
Relaxed about it all. No worries at all.
No, I think there are other teams who are going to attack us more, get more goals against other teams. They always. Brighton would have taken a 0-0 today, so anything we could have got them result of a win is perfect.
Man of the match, I'm going for Kyle Walker.
Kyle Walker.
I thought Stones did all right at the back, to be fair, yeah, but it was a little bit frustrating. But I think they'll have a long, hard struggle this season. I think on that performance, they didn't create an awful lot, and we might come up against that breaking teams down, isn't it? A little bit of creativity and what have you, but take that 2-0 away at home against a team that just come up. That'll do.
Superb. Forever blue, Ian. Nice to see you, man.
Absolutely. I went for Kyle Walker, man of the match. What do you think?
Well, I couldn't see it because of the sun.
Yeah, there was that.
I'll go with your opinion. No problem, pal. Great to see you back. Cheers.
Cheers. Hello. Cheers.
Thought it was. They parked the bus, basically, obviously, but they've got to say, overall, I think we did very, very well. Difficult circumstances. We couldn't see a thing with this sun, obviously, but
2 goals.
I thought your fringe might have protected you a little bit.
Well, yeah, I've got some factor 30 on, so I'm doing all right at the moment.
You came white as a sheet, you're going red as a beetroot, aren't you?
Yeah, well, that's the frustration of following City, and you know that over these years. But yeah, good result. First game of the season, onward and upwards. So. But don't forget, 20 years ago, this season, we went down to the 3rd tier. So big changes now. 20 years on. Win, draw or lose, up the Blues.
So that's it, the first win of the season. I've got to say that it wasn't the most polished performance. I'm not being negative in any way, and maybe it's to be expected, and especially against a Brighton team who, let's face it, parked the bus, put everybody behind the ball and made it very frustrating for City. If they'd have got that goal when Gabriel Jesus handballed it, if there'd been maybe another magic moment earlier in the game, it would have been completely different, because once City scored, that was it. Now, I was particularly impressed with Kyle Walker. He was my man of the match. I thought he played really well. There were other little nuggets of games, but I wouldn't say anybody really dominated. But what was fantastic was the atmosphere. This stadium was great. The City fans were great. And it was a great atmosphere. So lots to be positive about. A 2-0 win away from home against a newly promoted team into the Premier League is always a tricky fixture. I mean, I can think back years ago when City played, I remember Cardiff City at Ninian Park on a very early game in the season, and they found it very difficult because the crowd were up, and perhaps you saw the atmosphere that was created with the mosaic and the singing and all that sort of stuff, and I thought it was really good in here, and they were a real hard-working team. Now, in reality, they may well finish somewhere in mid-table or below that, and then people will judge this performance at a later date and say, City won 2-0 and see the bare facts. But you've got to remember that on this day, Brighton were up for it and really gave everything they got. And that was probably one of the best performances, I honestly believe this, that Brighton will give all season. So City found a way through. Still things to improve on, I'll give you that. But they won 2-0, and that's a fantastic way for the new campaign to start.